The surge in coronavirus cases continues. There are now more than 205,000 cases in Maryland. 48 more people have died. The governor warns the darkest days are still ahead, and now is not the time to let our guards down. This morning, Baltimore Mayor-elect Brandon Scott is in quarantine after learning he was possibly exposed to COVID just days ahead of his inauguration. WJZ is live. Annie Rose Ramos has the latest. Annie Rose?
Good morning, Lynn. Brandon Scott says he isn't feeling any symptoms, but is following the guidance from the city's health commissioner out of an abundance of caution and will quarantine for as long as necessary.
Just days before his inauguration, on Thursday, Mayor-elect Brandon Scott announced he is in quarantine for possible COVID-19 exposure since he was notified last Saturday.
Since then have tested negative on two separate occasions.
Scott says he's working from home and experiencing no symptoms.
I'm fine. I'm feeling great.
He hopes this serves as a reminder for everyone to act vigilant.
I think this is something that is critical for folks to understand that we have to follow public health advice.
In the past 24 hours, 48 people have died in Maryland, the most deaths recorded in a single day in months. Among those victims, a 45-year veteran Department of Public Works supervisor, Charles Johnson, who worked at the Patapsco wastewater treatment plant. He spent the last 2 weeks in the ICU. Maryland continues to see its coronavirus positivity rate climb, now reaching 7.68% on Thursday. Hospitalizations dropped slightly, but the number of people in the ICU is at the highest level since June.
Sadly, this is the darkest days are yet ahead. And
Governor Larry Hogan addressed the sobering statistics on ABC's Good Morning America.
The worst part of this virus is still coming in the weeks and maybe the month or two to come.
If approved by the FDA, officials say the initial delivery of the COVID-19 vaccine should come to Maryland in mid-December. But the governor says it will not be enough to cover the 300,000 frontline healthcare workers in the state right away.
We're just asking for patience. The good news is the cavalry is on the way. There is a light at the end of the tunnel.
And Tim, as long as Mayor-elect Brandon Scott continues to not have any symptoms, he can come out of quarantine as early as tomorrow. Now, that inauguration is still scheduled for Tuesday. As of now, it will go on as planned. Reporting live from City Hall, I'm Annie Rose Ramos for WJZ.
Thank you, Annie Rose. 6:35 now. A team of Johns Hopkins University students is among 5 finalists in a global challenge to design a better mask. 24 undergraduate students make up Team Polaire. They focused on adaptability and hope their design will make people want to wear a mask. Judges will consider ingenuity, effectiveness, style, and the ability to overcome common barriers. The winner will be announced in less than 2 weeks. Montgomery County officials are giving out 4,000 PPE kits to help some of the hardest hit areas. Each one is filled with hand sanitizer, alcohol wipes, gloves, masks, and thermometers. There's also information on testing sites. The third giveaway is set for tomorrow at the East County Community Recreation Center from 10 o'clock until noon.
In just 24 hours, the U.S. again set COVID-19 records. More than 200,000 new cases, 100,000 people in the hospital, and more than 2,800 deaths. That's one death every 30 seconds. Infectious disease doctor Anthony Fauci has a grim forecast.
We don't want to scare people, but if you look at the numbers, we know that well, almost certainly is going to result in a surge superimposed upon a surge.
The FDA is planning to consider its approval of the Pfizer 2-dose vaccine sometime next week. These registration cards will be used to keep track of people who receive them. Many people, though, are skeptical of the vaccine, so former Presidents Bush, Clinton, and Obama say they're willing to get the shot in the arm in public.